It is illegal to bat the ball out of the end zone. Stating here at the bottom, if the foul is by the defense, it is an automatic first down. It was a great play overall. Calvin Johnson stretched out over the goal line and it was batted out into the end zone. From the end zone, a Seattle defender batted the ball out of the end zone. This is a penalty. It should have been called. It should have been Lions ball on the half-inch line, and who knows what would have happened. Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. I'm glad you're here for another week. Glad you got that little small rant at the beginning of my video off my chest. Oh my God. Someone commented below 9.5 points in last week's video. I told him I got it for 10.5. I picked the Lions plus 10.5. You know, I was going to put that in my video last week, but seeing I put the Lions in every week of my video, I chose the Dallas game instead. Big mistake. But Dallas last week, it went in overtime. I was like, oh great, I got 4 points. I got Dallas. How can I lose? How can I lose in overtime if someone scores a touchdown? And that's what happened. Second play of overtime, 80-yard touchdown. Dallas. Yeah. So Dallas falls to 2-2, and they're tied with the Redskins of all people and the Giants. Right? They're both 2-2. Close division now. I shouldn't let them score. Right after the coin flip, I was like, oh my God, New Orleans was gonna win that. Just intuition, So I fell 2-2 the week. The other game I lost was the Arizona Cardinals, which knocked a lot of people off their picks. Who would have thought that one? I was kind of suspect on it. I bet that game early, and I was like, man, it's like 85% of the public bet was on that. And I was like, usually when I see that and the spread don't change, something's going to go wrong. And of course, Arizona, 3 turnovers. Drop passes left and right, even a touchdown drop pass, and their defense just was not showing up. The Rams throwing them all day, and the people, Sam Bradford, he looks so great. No, the Arizona defense did not show up. So on that mental note, I went 2-2, 50%. I'll go more into that depth. I won the Atlanta minus 6.5, and I won the Green Bay minus 9.5. So let's get week 5 rolling. My 4th pick of the week, I got Buffalo traveling to Tennessee. Now, Buffalo just recently lost in a heartbreaker against the Giants, where they were favored at home, and they just didn't show up. It was another game. Somebody picked it as their best bet as Giants, so I went to roll with it. Giants plus 5, I think it was. That was or minus 5. Yeah, the Bills were. Either way, I won, so it doesn't matter. But Buffalo's got to bounce back this week. They're playing in Tennessee. Tennessee had the week off last week, so they should be well rested, but that team needs a lot of rest. And, Marcus Mariota, he's shown signs of improvement. He's doing pretty good, but he's still rookie. T-Mobile, Buffalo, he's doing pretty good this year. I am, and it's only a 3-point spread. Like I said, I think Buffalo needs a win to keep up in the division, so they're going to take this on the road and beat some Tennessee butt. So take Buffalo minus 3. My 3rd pick of the week, we got Arizona traveling to Detroit. Yeah, right over there. Am I picking Detroit again? No, Detroit looks god awful. They scored 3 points. Their offense scored 3 points in Monday night's game against Seattle. And Seattle turned the ball over 3 times, and they could only muster 3 points. And both the scores Detroit scored were both off Seattle's turnovers. Literally, think about it. Detroit was second down and 20, second and 24. Second and 24. What would you throw? Yeah, 10-yard pass, make up the difference, you know, somewhere 7-10-yard pass screen. No, they threw a 1-yard screen. He got stopped at the line of scrimmage. Lions are so predictable. And even the announcers were saying, okay, they're going to roll off to the right side. And that's what they did, because the play calling is so predictable. Now, Joe Lombardi said, oh, we're not predictable. As predictable as anybody else. No, these defenses are calling your name. And it's getting ugly. And their offensive line did hold up pretty good against Seattle, but Seattle's defensive line is broken. There's a lot of rookies on their team. And I saw that coming, and I knew they ain't going to score 10 points. So, you know, against Detroit, it should be a close game, which I thought, and it did. But Seattle, I mean, Arizona, they lost last week to the Rams, a game they shouldn't have. They're just going to take it out on Detroit next week. Feel sorry for the pride. So take Arizona -3, only 3 points against Detroit in Ford Field. My number 2 pick of the week, we got New England at Dallas. Now Dallas, again, they are hurting in the defense as well as the offense. You know, Des Bryant, Tony Romo, they're both out. And New England had the week off. They had 2 weeks to prepare for Dallas. Yeah, I thought they were going to win last week. Seriously, they should have won against a beat-up New Orleans team with a lot of rookies. And Dallas, they just fell apart at the end. They couldn't stop nothing. And if they couldn't stop Drew Brees, they sure as heck not going to stop Tom Brady. It's like, no way. I think they'll do a little bit better in the run game, is what they're doing. Whedon and the run game with Dallas. New England's defense is, you know, not all that great, but, you know, once you get behind, you got to start throwing that ball. And, you know, if I got a choice, Whedon versus Brady, yeah, I'm taking Brady all day. The spread is 8 points. 2 weeks ago, you know, like I said, they got 51 points against Jacksonville. So, you know, I expect a high total here. New England just totally dominating over Dallas. So pick New England -8 over Dallas. My first pick of the week, I got Seattle traveling to Cincinnati. Seattle's so banged up, even the Lions are keeping up with them. And here's Cincinnati at home, just being world beaters. Last week, you know, like I said, Seattle just barely on a bad call beat Detroit in home. And Cincinnati just dominated Kansas City last week. This should be a no-brainer. This should be an easy pick. I don't even see why the spread is only 1 point. I expect it to go up here next few days. Even if the spread line stays at 3, you know, goes up 2 points, I'm still taking Cincinnati. So take Cincinnati at home to beat Seattle -1. All right, that was our time for our ATS picks for last week. I didn't do as well as I did the first three weeks. I'm about in the middle of the pack. Like I said, 50-50, still 50%, which ain't bad. Our first place, we got, you know, Gino. He picked all 5 games. He had a Thursday night video where he picked the winner, and then he picked 4 for Sunday. He won all 5 games of his. Usually he's pretty good. This is the first time he hit 100, so congratulations to him. Next, Gio and Billy B got 75%, both 3-1. Robert's Sports Show did 10-4-1, which is actually pretty good when you're betting against 15 games. So he got 70%. Blue Roof Bandits, who had a perfect record up until this week, he got 2-1. Like I said, Arizona shot a lot of people in the leg. Gavin, who again, you know, he picked 15 games. They both got 67%, which is great. Water's Finest, 96, 60%, still excellent. We got a 3-way tie for me, Sean P, and Poet, all got 50%. Hatbox Kid had a bad week, 25%, and is along with the Football Guru and good old Teddy Bear, 0-2. So he didn't win any. Like I said, that was a up and down week. Not too bad. Again, I expect to pick it up this week, so stay tuned, and I'll see you next week. Peace. Is this where I go to fill out applications for the NFL referees? Hello? Hello, anybody there? Hello?